Hey, Stanford Cardinals fans. I know this is a college football news, but this news happened yesterday. But I want to break this down because the hire is official. Stanford have hired former Panthers head coach Frank Reich to become their interim head coach. Yes, this is not April Fool's joke. You should know this from yesterday. Let's talk about him. So for those who know Frank Reich, of course, y'all know him back when he was the Eagles offense coordinator, head coach of the Colts. And of course, last time we saw him was the head coach of the Panthers and then got fired after just 11 games with the team. Now he gets a new challenge and now becoming the Stanford interim head coach. If you remember, I think 2-3 days ago, they fired Troy Taylor, the former Sacramento State head coach, after 2 seasons, of course, led by newly general manager Andrew Luck. Of course, Frank Wright and Andrew Luck, they know each other well in the Indy, of course. The hire for me, when I heard this yesterday, I was surprised, but maybe could have maybe said he's a head coach. Technically, he's a good coach. You see what he did, calling the plays, or maybe making the design offense for the Eagles, calling the plays for the Colts, calling the plays and handing out play calling duties when he was in Carolina, which that was his worst season as a football head coach in his career. Now he's going to Stanford in the ACC, which the ACC's got a little tougher right now because, yes, we know Bill Belichick is going to be the Tar Heels head coach, but there's a lot of questions around Chapel Hill. Miami, can they win with Carson Beck? What's going on with Florida State? Can Clemson be contenders? Right now for Stanford is how much success will Frank Reich bring for Stanford? That is going to be the big question. Now, I think the only way Frank Reich would be the permanent head coach of this team is if they can win at least, and this is for me to say, 6 wins. Now, their schedule is still hard. They got to play BYU. They don't start off the season against Hawaii. Then they got to play BYU, and they're tough opponents, I'll tell you. SMU, Miami, Florida State, which we can see Florida State being in a better football team than last year. UNC, they're going to play the Tar Heels. Their rivals, Cal. So this could be a 5-win team, but for this job, this is going to take a lot for Frank Reich to take over as the interim head coach of the Stanford Cardinals. Meanwhile, for general manager Andrew Luck, he is going to work on recruiting, the transfer window, and the NIL. And that's what he will be focusing on. Of course, he is a former Stanford Cardinal legend who played quarterback for the Stanford Cardinals. And I think what he's going to do, he's going to do a tremendous job there as the general manager of Stanford. Just give him some time. But right now, it's his first year as the GM of Stanford football. I will give this grade a C+. I think they did something good on the hire, but I'm a little worried about who's he going to bring in as his coaching staff, or will it be the same coaching staff that they have currently, except Troy Taylor, who he's fired after 2 seasons with the team. But I wanted your thoughts. What do you guys think? What is the grade for this hire for Frank Reich? And also, this hire was officially announced yesterday, but however, they did a press conference for Frank Reich. So if you want to check that out, go check that out at Stanford's Athletic YouTube channel if you want to see the full press conference. Of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell for more sports news. Also, to follow me on Instagram and TikTok down in the description below. We'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.